Good morning and welcome back to more Ogre Battle 64. It's been a minute since I last recorded. Sorry about that. But today we're going into Ghoul's Hills again for some reason. I don't think there's anything that we need to... I don't think any of the items have changed here, so I don't think there's anything we need to collect, but I'll double check. We do characters here though, so that'll be pretty neat. Alright, we get... Yeah, tell me what the current situation here is, Hugo. Our headquarters is Gunther Hall, okay. And we just need to get to the castle, okay. It's kind of a straight shot there, or we can loop all the way down around, which is what we're gonna do. Looks like there's a lot of units just right there. Fair enough, okay. Well, we really just want to make sure we don't take the place at the very bottom right, because it's neutral, but otherwise, sure, seems pretty straightforward. Lotus said that we're to blame for the appearance of the demons. Uh-huh. We know it's propaganda, but the Brigade of the Radiant Cross believes it. Well, it is their leaders telling them that, so... Makes sense that they'd believe it. Even though it's also their leaders who summoned the demons in the first place. Okay, and we immediately have people marching on our castle. Noted, noted. Alright, well, we'll immediately pause. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. We've got Mansell, who's just very neutral, okay. We have Velner, who is a little bit lighter alignment. And we have Dreyfus down here, who is very highly light aligned. Okay, fair enough. Now, I do have several units that are level 24 and others that are level 25. For example, Magnus still needs to do some work. So does Troy. Looks like Dio is good, so I could like call Dio to just hold down the fort. So we'll dispatch Dio to just hold down the fort. And I'll actually want to use Magnus here. There are a few towns. There's one very important town that we need to find, Kurashino. We need to send Magnus here. Magnus needs to come to Kurashino, and he's actually a pretty good alignment to take it anyway. So that is something that we'll need to make sure we do. Let's take a look. What is Belazopo? Slightly dark aligned? Okay, fair enough. I think we could probably swing that with Ramberdy. Because I think, yeah, he's slightly dark aligned. Cool. I also did not realize that I could just press the R button to show me everyone's health. That's incredibly helpful. I don't know why you wouldn't always want that on. To be perfectly honest. Oh, you can also do it with Z. Neat. Yeah, so Ramberdy's going to be a good one to go take this stronghold. Although, there's a thought. Ramberdy, how much experience do you still need? Oh, quite a bit. Okay. Not really a problem then. Oh yeah, you can do it here too. Neat. Okay. Let's see. Who else do I want to send down to help with that? I think you're level 25, and I did off screen because I think one of these guys got petrified earlier. So I did fix that as well. You know, Ankaseth, I'd really love it if you could lower your alignment a bit. So how about you go help because you need a ton of experience anyway. Somehow you will still gain alignment by killing these guys. I don't know how. But, yeah, go work through Dreyfus. How about that? And then we're not even going to bother crossing over here for a while. So let's see. We also need... That's also going to be a good one for Ramberdy. This one we are not taking. We are not taking Mazzini. We are coming here, and then we're taking the bridge. So we want to send Magnus down over to this one. So Magnus needs to come down as well. We want someone somewhat higher alignment as well. So let's see. I know Lytle needs to do things, and Lytle is also really high alignment. That's not what I want, but sure. Okay, so sure, we'll send out Lytle as well. Why not? Go after Velner, I guess. What do I need for this place? Someone slightly high. You know, Margaret would be perfect for that, I think. She can just hang out for a minute, though. No, don't unpause. Sorry, it's been a minute since I last played this. Oh my god. What am I doing with these controls? Okay, Paul is neutral, that's what we want. Shirley also needs experience. Okay. So, yeah, Vemond is maxed out, and he can hang out in town, and Dio is maxed out, and he can hang out in town. Everyone else needs experience still. Okay. Cool. That's fine, then. We might as well go ahead and dispatch everybody, then. We'll go ahead and dispatch Vemond. And we'll go ahead and dispatch Leah, who will also hang out just to help protect things. Shirley will also hang out here. And Paul, we'll have you come after... Go after Mansell. Why not? I don't think he's actually going to get to Mansell before Ramberty here does. He did not, but whatever. I can always have Ramberty retreat if needed. Really, we're just going to focus on taking out the leaders anyway. Let's see if they start actually targeting. Okay. Okay, no. They are not all just targeting the leader, like you would kind of expect them to do. I'll get my extra hits in, and then we're just gonna retreat so that we don't take the extra hits from these guys, because there's no real reason for us to worry about doing so. Okay, get Paul some action here. This is the first time this unit has actually done any fighting, I think, in the actual field. And boy howdy, we are not taking damage. Gotta love that with your golems. They just do not take damage. And once we can finally get back up to the Temple of Birth, we can... Yeah, he's just going to heal himself up, but now he's used both of his heals, and I should get at least 4 more hits in, possibly 5. Okay, well, we're getting a crit, so that'll kind of take care of one of the losses. We might take him out. Oh, if I had been... Oh, okay, well, it didn't matter. I was going to say, if I had been a little bit faster on the trigger, I could have pulled out my Hedra, but it didn't actually matter, so that's fine. Okay. Okay, I guess Ramberty's attacking this one. Not intentional. I'll try and retreat as soon as I can. I might need to actually put in a field pause here. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. You know what? We might as well get the extra hits in. Yeah, I might as well get the extra hits in. Come on. There we go. Okay, yeah. We're definitely going to put in a field pause. Oh, you are now at a level. Okay, cool. Well, we need you to take the town, but otherwise we need you to not be fighting anymore. Ramberty. go ahead and continue taking the stronghold. But also, we're gonna need you to use an item, friend. Yeah, let's not have you die, please. There we go. I was trying to avoid using items, but oh well. Okay, I guess we'll have Paul v. Dreyfus. Ooh, okay, this is not a great matchup for Paul. Let's go ahead and put in another field pause. Just in case. Actually, this isn't the worst matchup for Paul with this orientation. They can't do that much to me. I'm gonna retreat. Not because I think I'd lose, but because I want someone else to try and actually hit Dreyfus here. And this means that Dreyfus will actually be still in a position where he can be hit. Okay, we took Belazoppo. Cool. Hang out there. We're gonna have Lytle. Yeah, I guess actually keep going after Velner. Alright, and then Ankaseth can just work on cleaning these guys up. Well, I guess, yeah, cleaning up this one guy is, Well, at least we got his alignment to go down. It's because everyone else's alignment was going up, but we got his alignment to go down, so that's kind of helpful. And we get a Durandal, so that's kind of helpful too. Yeah, go ahead and take the stronghold. Kind of like keeping you as a neutral party as long as possible. Alright. And then let's just work on cleaning these guys up a bit. We're kind of spreading all of our attacks, but I'm also not terribly concerned because these guys really can't hurt us that much. We'll heal all the way back up. And when they retreat, they just get stuck on the river, so we'll just be set on attacking them over and over again until they're gone. So, should not be a problem. Also, everyone on this party gets 3 hits except for my healer, so we get a lot of attacks with this team. If I had been a little bit faster, I might have been able to pull out the Pedra too. Yeah, okay. Everyone's alignment goes up for killing Freya's. Sure, whatever. I should just expect this now. There's not much I can really do about this anymore. This is just going to be a high alignment team. Alignment is really tricky in this game to actually, like, keep it where you want it to be. Sometimes the game just decides this character is going to be high alignment and this one's going to be low alignment. And once the game has decided that, it's really hard to make it not be that way. And it's also really hard to have any character be in the middle. They trend to just be either really high or really low. And it's very, very difficult to get them to do anything else. But, oh well. We're just gonna hunt this guy down, or at least try to. Hey, Ankaseth, do you need a nap? No, you're fine, okay. Just gonna slowly work on hunting this guy down. There we go. Go kill some dragons. Oh yeah, this guy's still even alive. Like, the leader's still active on this one. I mean, he won't be for long, but he is for now. It is kind of funny that we can still heal undead. Oh, that's right. We haven't gotten you a better book yet. Need to work on that. We will be getting several more of those, like, really cool books, like the Book of Annihilation and whatnot. We just don't have access to them quite yet. I don't know if I need to use the Pedra here, actually. Now, if this dragon killed me, it would actually take out the Lich. Or if it was able to actually kill the Lich, it would take out the Lich. I think liches work like undead, where they'll just revive if you don't kill them with holy damage, or if you don't wipe out the whole party. I think liches also work that way. I believe vampires also work that way. But I'm not 100% certain on that. Alright, cool. Well, we might as well have you continue down here as well. Alright, well, we'll get people in position. I want Magnus to also be working his way down here. And then otherwise, we're going to have Dio face this way. We'll have Leah come hang out by the bridge. And we'll have Shirley come hang out by the bridge. And we'll have Margaret come hang out by the bridge. So Dio is facing that way, good. We'll have Vemond face this way, just in case something spawns behind me, which it shouldn't, but you never know with this game. Okay, and they're holding down the fort. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh, and we can see these guys now because we get those really long views with our flying units. So that's pretty neat. Alright, yeah, you guys are just going to hold that bridge until we're ready to actually go over there. And in the meantime, we're just going to let these guys get over here, rest up a little bit. So I'll just, I'll go ahead and speed up a bit until we are ready to dispatch down to Kaulgif? I don't fucking know. Alright, I think we are good to go. Also, one thing I never really pointed out that I did a long time ago, if you go to settings here, you can adjust your speeds. I did change game speed to fast while grinding at one point. Highly recommend you do that. It's very helpful. But yeah, the rest of the settings are usually pretty fine where they are, but that one in particular is extremely helpful. Alright, I don't know what we're going to find down here. I do know that I need Ramberty to take it, though. So we're going to have people move down. Lytle. You know what? Yeah, we'll just have everybody move down to then hold this place. Actually, Paul, you hang out here. How about that? Paul can hang out. We'll have you guys come over here. And I don't really want Ramberty fighting anyone. So he's going to come hang out over here first. Well, actually, here's a thought. Ramberty, I don't really want you fighting anyone right now. Because you already have max XP. Or because you're already at level 25. So I'm going to have you actually just go over there. Because there might be an item. I think we already got it. I don't think the items respawned. But this will be the first check we can do for that. There supposedly is a battle fan right here. I think we already got it, though. Yeah, we already got it, though. The last time we were here. So, not really a problem. So we'll just have you go over here. That does tell me I don't need to worry about getting items. So, that's cool. Are there no more enemies over here? Were all the enemies up here? I mean, that's fine, I guess. Not expected, but fine, I guess. Tell you what. Lytle, come up here, I guess. And, Ankaseth, also come up here, I guess. Because Magnus needs a lot of experience anyway. So if there's not going to be any enemies for him to fight, or enemies to fight over here, then I guess I don't really need to worry about it too much. I'm sure there will be a bunch of enemies as soon as we get over here. And actually that's plenty reason to go ahead and continue having these guys be over here as well, now that I think about it. As soon as I take this stronghold, it is a pretty safe assumption we're going to have enemies coming at us. But we can work our way through the entire area before then. Oh, also, one thing I can do here is I can have Vemond come down. And then Paul can come up here. That way I can just have Vemond hold the stronghold. Alright, cool. We have liberated yet another place. We're actually just going to leave you there, because I want Magnus to take this next place anyway, so we're just going to have him go for it. And we'll go ahead and have Lytle. You know what? I'm actually going to send all of them to it, because I'm going to have them sleep as soon as they cross this, like, get anywhere past this marsh anyway. And then, yeah, they can just sleep. Magnus needs less sleep than they do, so it should be fine. Alright, well, we'll just continue taking towns, I suppose. So far, we are able to do so unimpeded. Alright, cool. So now you're holding that place. Okay, so we do have a unit. Let's go ahead and have you camp, and we'll go ahead and have Ankaseth camp as well. And you know what? We'll go ahead and have Magnus camp too. He doesn't need to camp as long, so he'll break earlier. Oh, that does mean I don't get to look at the unit. That's okay. I can look at the unit the moment one of them wakes up. That's fine. While I'm doing this, what do you need? Someone high alignment. Okay. Checking to see if I need Ramberty for any of these. I don't think I do. Yeah, I really don't. Okay. Yeah, because these next two are going to be probably Ankaseth or Lytle. Honestly, either one of them could take it. Let's see what Zeppelin's got. He's a Black Knight with some Wyverns. Alright, fair enough. I think none of these guys should move faster than Ankaseth. I mean, it's not like Ankaseth moves... it's not like Magnus moves particularly faster than any of them, but I don't see why any of them would move faster than he's moving. Alright, and we'll go ahead and take out we can take out the leader, and then I can direct one of these units to actually go kill the rest of these guys. Oh yeah, he now does Earth Blast from the back, which is just kind of a unique magic to that particular blade. So that's cool. Or wait, no, I'm thinking Clay Shot. Earth Blast is not particularly unique. Alright, there's another one down. They've now done all of their attacks. Magnus would be strongest from the front, but I just don't really want him to be there. I wasn't actually intending on taking out taking out 2 units here, but whatever. I'll have Lytle hunt him down. Lytle? Go take this guy out. Go finish him off. Alright, Kurashino has been liberated, and this triggers an event with our final 2 characters we can recruit, Destin and Gilbert. We're both fine, but many were injured in the ambush. Listen, Magnus, someone is betraying us, I have no doubt about it. What's your thought on this? Have we done something wrong? Or else, why would someone turn against us? Magnus, I know how you feel. We tend to talk big in front of you guys, but we're worried too. Not just now, all the time. When you spend every day of your life fighting, it becomes hard to tell what's right and what's wrong. I mean, we literally had an entire contingent that is basically opposed to Frederick. Like, there was that branch off of the Revolutionary Army that we literally fought. As you grow old, you gain some useless knowledge. Even simple things get complicated. I only know how to communicate with beasts, but now demands on me are much greater. You know what? You're doing the right thing. Believe in yourself, Magnus. You've grown, Magnus. You're very different from when we first met, when you lashed out at me with uncertainty in your eyes. You calmly observe what goes on in the world and try to accept things as they are. I honestly believe you are capable of leading this kingdom. Now that I've talked to you, I've made my decision. You have the talent of leadership, along with determination. That's why I want to help you. Only under your command can I truly help the revolution, as your sword and your shield. Alright, well, if we say you're mistaken, we don't get him. There's literally no reason to do that, though. There are characters that can't join you if you have any of the Zenobians, but we already have 3 more. These guys wouldn't offer to join you if you didn't have those other 3. And if they give you the offer at all to join you, it locks you out of the characters that you can only get if you don't have the Zenobians. So if they offer to join you at all, you're screwed anyway. So there's literally no reason to ever not take these guys. So we're just going to say thank you. Thank you very much. Now, it looks like you could have taken this place of someone other than Magnus, and then they just would have told you, hey, send Magnus here. And that would be fine. I just didn't want to risk it. Also, I needed to get Magnus some experience anyway. Take it easy, we know you well enough. Besides, you can't expect us to do more than we can either. Alright, cool. Well, we now have Destin and Gilbert. So we can go take a look. They don't come with anyone. They're just raw units, which is fine. Destin is a lord, and he can lead a legion. That's what the little carpet underneath him states. And also the fact that he has the little star next to his element there, the little star badge, as opposed to a non-star badge for Gilbert. And Gilbert is a Beastmaster, level 24. Now, the real question is, would I want to replace my current Beastmaster with Gilbert? And I think the answer is probably no. I'll take a look at their stats and I'll make sure, but the answer is probably no. Now, as far as Destin goes, I do have a plan on what I'm going to do with him. He can do 3 slashes from the front or the middle, and he can do 2 lightnings from the back, or 2 magics from the back. So he's basically a better paladin. He's basically just a better paladin. So we might as well give him some cool shit. He can use the Durandal instead of the Sigmund, but there's no real use in doing that. Are there any better swords for him to be using? Oh, the Yugiri is actually slightly better for him. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. And was there any other swords here? No, the Sigmund is his default, and it is pretty good. I don't think I'm going to be using the Yugiri on anyone else, so I might as well give it to him. He starts with Phoenix Mail, so that's pretty damn cool. I don't think there's really anything better that we're going to give him than that, and he has a tunic, which we can't change. So yeah, he's pretty darn good. My plan is I'm going to replace my final... I'm going to replace Deacon here with him, but first I need to get him to level 25, so I'll just need to do a little bit of grinding for him off screen to make that happen, but that shouldn't be a problem. Now the real question is whether I replace Vemond with him, or replace Vemond with Gilbert, and that's something I'm going to have to just really take a look at. Whichever one I don't use, I'm going to turn into a vampire, just so I can show it to you, and just so that I can say that I have made a vampire. That's literally the only reason I don't plan on using the vampire. But okay, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, Ankaseth can also hang out here. I don't see that there's any enemies down here, so we'll let these guys rest up a little bit. Actually, they don't really need to rest up. So, Ankaseth, how about you go down and take this stronghold while you continue to chase this guy. And then you two can continue taking out that place. I do kind of need to get some people to a level 25 so I can start holding down forts with them a little bit easier. But that's okay. I'm running out of units to be taking stuff. Actually, I do kind of need to send another unit down here regardless. Alright, Paul. It's time for you to begin the long march. I might as well send you all the way over here, actually. Well, we'll have you come through here first, just to guarantee you don't take a weird pathing. Yeah, we'll do that. That should be fine. Alright, Lytle, show him what a woman can do. Her words, not mine. Yeah, we'll just slash through this guy. He'll get one attack off, but it's really not going to do anything. This also is not going to help with the high alignment on this team, but whatever, I kind of gave up on that. Troy became a Dragoon. That's all I really wanted to happen with this team. And we have Vad. Vad's cool. I like Vad. Neat. And we get a Yggdrasil staff, so that's cool. Okay, sure. Alright. What do you mean you captured it? Is your light alignment too high? Well, there's nothing I can really do about that now. I guess I should have Lytle take it. What does this place need? I guess I'll have Lytle take that one, just to make sure I don't capture it too. Alright, well, I need to let people rest up a little bit. I know we're not really doing anything over here, but that's because I'm sure it'll trigger a whole bunch of enemies, and I kind of want to just take all of this stuff first. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll speed up a little bit so people can rest up. Alright, people should be rested up here. Oh, there's also the shop here. What can we get at the shop? Is there anything that I really care about? We can get more bows of Sandstorm, and they are quite good. They are slightly stronger than the Yveltal, but I also already have a ton of Yveltals, so I don't really care that much. I can also get Terra Armor, which is also pretty good. I'll get one more set of Terra Armor, just to see. I don't need to buy items, like, ever. I have so many items from killing neutral encounters. Alright, we'll let Lytle take this one, I guess. And I think I want Ankaseth, or not Ankaseth, I think I want Magnus going for that one. So we'll have you come over here, and then we'll have Magnus come down here, I guess. No enemies still? Was it just the one enemy down here, holding this entire area? That's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Actually, I don't really care. Well, I do care if enemies decide to spawn in and start trying to take these places. Okay, so you can liberate it. So at least there's that. Well, I need everyone to rest a little bit, and I need Magnus to get over there anyway. So we'll speed up some more. Alright, everyone should be all rested up and good to go, so we'll go ahead and move Magnus up to here. And we'll go ahead and move Lytle. Do I want Lytle or Ankaseth? Lytle needs, like, 1 kill. Ankaseth needs a lot more than 1 kill. Well, not a lot more, but he needs more than 1 kill. So we'll go ahead and have him come up here as well. I can have more people come up as needed, but we'll have those two come up for now. Oh, we actually have a unit coming in. Hello, friend. Hello, Matata. Okay. Let's have my dragons kill this one. Yeah, let's have you just move, like, right there. And you know, while I'm thinking about it, Margaret, okay, everyone else is fine. Cool. You know what? Actually, do I want everyone to just start moving in from over here? I kind of do. I think I kind of do. All right, Shirley, go kill this guy. Let's let you move ahead. Okay. Then Leah is going to come over here. And Margaret is going to go for the stronghold itself. And we got Rat over here, who is a pretty good target, actually, for Margaret to be working on. So that should work nicely. And all three of these people need quite a bit of experience, so not too worried about it. And this is actually a great target for my dragons to be taking out. They really don't like that one in particular. Oh, okay, they're mixing it up a little bit now. Yeah, give you a good poke, and here's the Radiant Gale. There's the Paralyze. Alright, so we'll only take out the leader, but that's fine. I'm actually going to I will put in a field pause just so that I can double check and see how much experience I still need on this group, because I don't think it's going to be a whole heck of a lot. I don't remember how much I actually used them. Oh, actually, they still need quite a bit of experience. Never mind. Okay. Is there really going to be no enemy for me to fight to take this stronghold down here? Are all the enemies up here? Because that would be kind of hilarious. Okay. Here's all the enemies. Got it. All right, well, we have Emerald back here, who is a good person to lower my alignment. So I'm actually going to have Shirley turn around and go after you. I see that you guys were just here to, like, try and draw me out, I guess. Can I... There we go. What is Willy? Okay. Sure, I suppose. And then we also have 3 flying units over here. Okay, we've got quite a few different things to be worrying about now. Alright. Leah, I'm gonna have you go work on this one. And Shirley, you're turning around to work on that one. Margaret, I'm actually going to have you just go ahead and stop in place. Alright, now that you guys can actually see who you're going for, go for her. Go for her. And Margaret, just because you are a little weaker, I'm going to have you back up, back over to here. Alright, so we can take out some leaders. Oh yeah, we'll definitely take out this leader. That's not going to be a problem. We might need to use some items or retreat back to Stronghold at the end of the day, but we'll definitely take out the leader if nothing else. Actually, let's put in a field pause. This is actually a pretty good spot to retreat, I think. We took out the leader. This avoids extra damage. We don't really want to get these kills on with this unit anyway. I mean, I guess it's fine if we do, but it's not really necessary. Margaret, actually go ahead and just hang out right there. Shirley, you also go ahead and just hang out right there. Cool. I'm gonna have you both camp. Because you'll wake up before anyone gets to you. Alright, and then Leah can work on Cookie and then immediately turn around and work on the other one. So we're not going to have Leah retreat here, but we will put in a field pause. Let's see if we actually use Atmosphere, because it would be very, very powerful to do so here. Hey, we do. Cool. The two childhood friends are actually working together. We did not get anyone to sleep, so that's a little less cool. But whatever. They're really not doing a whole heck of a lot. Okay, the Crag Press will do a little bit more. But really they're just attacking my back row, so then I just need my medic to take care of that. And it's really not a problem. Cool. Yeah, really not a problem. Then we'll just hit him with another Atmosphere. The only reason we are not running away, even though this now has gotten us a lot of experience, is I want to turn around and immediately fight the other one. Okay, well, we did go up a level, so that throws a little bit of a monkey wrench. But, you know what? That's okay. Leah, now go fight Rat. And then we're going to have you retreat. Yeah, as soon as you take out the leader here, we'll just have you retreat. Which it looks like we're not going to do round one, but that's fine. Unless he's really weak to this, which I doubt. Okay, no, never mind. We did do it round one. Cool. So now we'll just retreat. We'll get a little bit of extra experience, but it should be fine. Alright. Leah? Return to Stronghold. Actually, return to this Stronghold. And then work your way over here. Paul? I want you to come up here. Yeah, come up there. You two really ain't having any problems. Okay. Alright, I don't trust that you guys aren't going to wake up first. So we're going to wake you up first. Okay, what are we dealing with now? We've got Ralph on the move. Ralph the Raven with a cockatrix. Okay. That is the worst possible way to have the cockatrix, too. I'm gonna let him go by and see if I can back attack him. Okay, Muji's been liberated. Okay, no, he is going to head straight for me. Well, this is the person I would be wanting to fight here. This is going to probably go poorly, but there's not anything I can really do about that. Well... okay, so there is something I can do about that. I can stun lock it. And then we'll have you come up. This is a little bit more dangerous. But we'll have you go after Ralph. And then we'll have you go back after Ralph. Side attack? Damn. Okay, I was hoping for a side attack. That would have been better. The ideal here is that we just don't have the cockatrix do its thing. Okay, we did not get frozen, though. So we can just kill the leader, and then we leave. Ideal. Ideal situation, actually. Okay, cool. Okay, so that cockatrix is still a little dangerous, but it's not that bad anymore. And surely can now head over here and down to, like, over here, I guess. Because why not? Okay. All right. Margaret. Come over here. We're taking out leaders. That's what we really need to be doing anyway. We only have 2 marching units left. So we're gonna have Margaret go ahead and take out this leader. And if we can take out this leader and run away, we'll do that so that we can then turn around and focus the other leader. Also avoid more damage. Would you quit blocking? If you hadn't blocked, then I could have just killed you. But, okay, well, we're gonna block you too, so how do you like that? Yeah, I could have retreated by now if they hadn't blocked. There we go. Okay. So now we retreat. Alignment still goes up anyway because she's getting back to normal, or back to... Her alignment is adjusting in order to match everyone else's alignment. Alright, and now go after this actually flying unit. And see if you can cut him off. Oh, and Cassette, you do not need to be down there, my bad. Yeah, you can come hang out in town. That's fine, friend. I guess we'll have Lytle move up here because it doesn't look like anyone's coming down there. The worry is always if someone comes and takes a stronghold, takes a place that you've already taken. If one of your territories gets or one of your towns gets captured, then it lowers your alignment just as if, or lowers your chaos gauge just as it would if you had captured a town. So that is something that you want to avoid. But there's probably not a whole lot we can do about that. Well, that's a lie. There's a lot you can do about that. But I'm not that worried about it right now, is what I should be saying. Alright, we'll just take the extra damage. I don't really care. We'll win anyway. Oh, well... Okay, we're just gonna turn around and fight him again. I might need to retreat here. Depends on how the enemies target and how we target them. I think we'll be fine, actually. Yeah, we'll be fine. In fact, I think we might wipe out this whole unit here. Yeah, we do. Cool. If they had blocked me, then I wouldn't have, but they didn't block me, so it was fine. Hey, there we go. Our stats, we just need to get that alignment up, and now we have a Seraph, which is pretty sweet. And we get an Altar of Resurrection for that. Cool. I kind of thought that she'd have to go up a level for it to count, but no. Alright, cool. Target's been eliminated. Sweet. Let's go to the organized screen so we can take a better look at our new Seraph. Because Seraphs are pretty cool. So, yeah, from the middle she now does Banish instead of doing it from the back. From the front she does Pierce, and from the back she now has Jihad, which is neat. That's not what I want. Can I look at some of these skills? Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you press the start button, you can open up the help menu and you can look at what the skills do. So this is a virtue type attack discharge of overwhelming holy power, capable of disintegrating entire units. So instead of hitting a single unit, Jihad hits the entire field, I believe. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, so it's just a party-wide banish. So it's quite good. It's quite good. Having more Angel Knights would be pretty cool. We are going to go ahead and have you return to a stronghold, though, so that you can recover a bit of your HP. Okay, and you guys are both there now. You're going to work your way up there, too. You guys are working your way down to hold some of these strongholds, and you're working your way up to help clean up some of these enemies. All right. So that actually went fairly well. We'll need my Seraph, most likely. We'll need Margaret to actually take that particular stronghold. Never mind. She can't take it. Is there anyone else who needs experience still who can take it? You know what? Paul can probably go ahead and take that one. Yeah, Paul can probably go ahead and take it. That should be fine, I think. You know what? Shirley, let's have you go for over here, because then Ramberty can just fly out to this one. That seems more realistic. All right, we're just going to wait for people to get into position, and then speed up a bit from there. You might as well come over here and just recover a bit. All right, well, since we've got Willie the Vulcan already asleep, I kind of would have wanted to get more health on this unit, but since Willie's already asleep, we're just going to come over here and see if we can take him out real quick. Yeah, we've got a lot of experience sitting up here for people to take. What I actually want, now that I think about it, is I want Ramberty coming up here, because we do have these 3 units as well who all need experience too. So I actually want Ramberty to just fly over to here and hold Muji for me. Yeah, Shirley, you can go ahead and hold this place. And then we're going to have Leah continue a long hike down to, like, here, I guess. Alright, yeah, we can go ahead and attack Willie while he's asleep. That's pretty good for me. Let's see if we can take out probably 2 units. I think we need to take out 2 in order to go up a level. Doesn't really matter which 2. Although we're just going to attack everybody. Although Jihad also attacks everybody, so it's kind of fine. Jihad is basically a breath attack, which means you can essentially, with Angel Knights, be doing breath attacks with 3. You can do basically 3 breath attack from the back row. So that's just cool. I'm a fan. Yeah, we'll need to get 1 more kill. But we also really need to heal. So we'll go ahead and have you just come back over here again. Wasn't there some... I think there was an enemy over here that just had 1. So maybe we can do... Maybe we can work with that. I think we'll need Paul... Yeah, likely Paul to take that place. Unless maybe Magnus could do it. Actually... You know what, Magnus? You are not a bad call for that. Alright, Lytle and Ankaseth, go across the bridge, see what happens. Yeah, because there's the enemy stronghold that we need to take right there if we wanted to just win the day. And Magnus, I'm gonna have you come over here and try and take this stronghold. Okay, so here's our leader, Rugal, the Knight Templar. Does not seem to be anything particularly special about this man, which is fine, I suppose. Is anything going to happen if I have you here? Ah, here we go. We do have a couple more Knight Templar coming out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and have Lytle go after, I guess, Killick. And we'll have Ankaseth go after the other one, Sutherland. All right. I'll put in a field pause just in case. I don't plan to, like, run away from this fight. I guess I could, actually. Yeah, I guess I could. But then it'll just end up being Magnus fighting people, and he's already got a role to play. We'll probably get another kill here if I don't run away. But I think that's also fine. We don't have a whole lot of units left that actually need experience, so it's probably fine to stop worrying too much about it. And we have a ton of experience sitting over there for everyone else. So yeah, it's probably fine to just keep attacking people. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we do go up a level. That's fine. Okay, well, Lytle's just gonna attack Killick as well. We'll go ahead and take out the leader, and then I'll just have Lytle retreat. We'll put in a field pause so I can have her go back to town. There. Okay, so leader's done. As soon as we get the ability to retreat, we will. Cool. So we'll just bounce. And we'll let Ankaseth get some hits in instead. Cool. So you've taken this place, or you've gotten up your level, so you can just go over to Muji, which means I guess you can come over here, and I guess you can just come take this place instead. Because why not? This is a sliding scale. We're figuring things out. Yeah, you're gonna go to sleep either way. That's fine. Yeah, and then Ankaseth can just work on chasing some people down and getting kills. Cool, we're even fighting clerics. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get him to lower his alignment a bit. Go ahead and put in a field pause in case we go up a level here, but I don't really care how many people he kills. I just want him to go up a level. I do need to get a better book for my Lich, but there's not much I can really do about that right now. We'll get poked a little bit. Okay, well, we will guaranteed get a kill. I don't think we're gonna get any additional kills, but we guaranteed get a kill. You know what? I could actually just use a Pedra here. And that will guarantee that I get more than a... Well, it won't guarantee it, but it will make it more likely that I get more than a kill. Okay, we probably will still only get a kill. It depends on who you target here. Okay, we do get two. We do get 2 kills. That might be enough for a level. Your alignment goes down, nobody else's does. Okay, well, we still need more experience on this team, so you can keep doing what you do. Just don't fight the boss. Alright, cool, you're not fighting the boss. That's really the only thing I care about, is that you don't fight the boss. Yet. Alright, you're gonna come over here. Is the enemy that was there no longer there? Oh no, he's still there. Okay, cool. Yeah, Magnus, you can go ahead and fight this guy. I don't care. You can fight Brat. You can take out the leader on him, and it'll be fine. I think... Yeah, so Margaret still needs a little bit of experience. Paul needs a bunch of experience. So let's start working on getting Paul some experience. I guess Ankaseth will just hunt these guys down, as he is wont to do. Ha! Good work. Good try putting my Lich to sleep. I don't think Liches can sleep. Alright, well, we'll top off our health a little bit. I don't think we probably need a whole lot more kills. I also don't really want to retreat here, though, because that might fling me into the enemy boss. So we're just going to wipe out this unit, even though it's going to be massive overkill in terms of experience. Because I'm more concerned that he'll end up fighting the enemy boss otherwise. Yeah, your alignment's going to go up for that. That's actually not that massive of overkill. And we'll just let him go ahead and get some experience. I don't care. You can get the extra experience. You're right there. Yeah, just kill Killick. I don't really care. Just get rid of him. Maybe you did just kill a cleric. Maybe it'll cause your alignment to go down. That would be helpful. That would actually be quite helpful for me. I don't know why your alignment is so high. Cool, one-rounded. Nope, did nothing. Did absolutely nothing. Wild. Sure, whatever, man. Okay, and we don't get anything for that? Sure, also whatever, man. Go to the road and go to the stronghold. And we'll have you come down to this one. And you can break camp and come down to this one. And then I think all of our strongholds now have someone on them. So, cool. Alright, Brat v Magnus. We do still need to get Magnus up a full level, so we'll work on that. But right now I'm more concerned about... Well... Actually, I don't want him going up that much more than level 25. In fact, ideally we would hit him exactly at level 25, because I want to add Destin to this party. So we'll see if we can kill the leader, and then we'll retreat. We might get some additional kills along the way. Okay, well, we did kill the leader, and that's what we were going for. So we're actually going to retreat here. Our alignment's going to go back up anyway. Why, I'm not sure. Is that going to be a problem? Probably not. It's probably fine. Okay, we're still going to try and take the stronghold with Magnus, because that's, I think, our best bet. Cool. So we can still take the stronghold with Magnus. It has been liberated. Cool. And now Paul can work on getting some experience. Alright, there's one down. We'll take a little bit of damage. We will not finish them off, unfortunately. But we can just go and do it again. And then it should be fine. Oh. That was a fluke. Okay, got it. Come over here, and I think it was... Okay, yeah, cool. You're where I want you to be. And then I do want Margaret coming over and killing something. I think Ralph? Ralph would be pretty good. Although I want to say that there was that the siren back here only had one unit to kill. Cookie. Yeah, you've got two, and there are two that are actually really good for Margaret to go after, so we'll have you do that instead. Although... Well, no, we had to get you to super high alignment in order to get this to actually work, so... Never mind. I was going to say, although we could have you, like, try to stay more neutral, but... Nah, that's not going to work. Okay, and Magnus should go up a level as soon as he fights the boss. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have Magnus fight the boss. But he kind of needs to stay in that stronghold until I can put someone else there. So that's fine. Cool. Good work, guys. Still need more. So who else can we have you go kill real quick? Who has very small amount of enemies left? Ralph has that cockatrix, which is a little annoying, but it's not that bad. So yeah, go after Ralph. And then Emerald, what did you have? Oh, you have the Epicus. Okay. Well, as soon as we get a kill, our last kill with our flying unit to go up a level, then I'll have her turn around and come over here, and we'll have Dio, I guess, work on cleaning up the rest of these guys. Alright, Lytle, good work. Go ahead and camp, I suppose. And you go ahead and camp as well, I suppose. Alright, and we'll just work on getting these guys both to level 25. And then have Magnus turn around to go work on the boss as soon as we have one of them holding down this fort for us. Alright, well this one fell asleep, so we're just going to kill it instead. I don't really care that much. And there we go. Alright, so Margaret can finish off Cookie. And that should get us to level 25. Okay, yeah, you're really gonna finish off Cookie, I guess. Sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay, level 25. So we'll have you come down and hold the stronghold so we can move Magnus off of it. I don't want Magnus... Oh, cool. We get a battle fan for that. Nice. The battle fan is used specifically for one unit in the game that you can only get one of in the game. Alright, and as soon as Paul goes up a level, I'll have to decide whether I want to have him continue to fight, which I don't think I want him to do, because I want him to stay around neutral. It's very hard to have neutral units, and I would really like him to stay there. You really gonna guard all of my attacks? Really? Cool, whatever, it's dead. We could have gotten both, but sure, whatever. Alright, cool. And his alignment went down a little bit. That's good. This will help keep him at neutral. And I think I want to continue to try and keep him at neutral. That being said, this isn't the worst. These aren't the worst units to be trying to do that. Like, what did Brett have again? Okay, Brat had a number of things that'll raise my alignment. What about Emerald? Emerald has something that will lower my alignment. And Ralph has both. You know what? This is not the worst set of enemies for you to just keep fighting, actually. So we'll do that. And what in the heck was this enemy group up here. We've got Rat, who is a mixture. Okay. Also, actually not a bad one for my golems to be fighting. I do want other people to come in here and help clean up as well, but we can make the cleanup a little bit slow in order to ensure that we're doing smart allocations of our experience here. Okay, we'll get an extra kill. And we'll start working this guy to level 26. That way he can just try and stay neutral and try and stay focused on taking out, or taking neutral settlements, because that's going to be the most useful thing for him, honestly. Taking neutral settlements and then holding them. Ankaseth, I might as well have you face upward. There we go. Alright, Paul, go ahead and kill this cockatrix. It was maybe one of the most dangerous things. But from the front row, really not a problem. I got really lucky in that it did not freeze anyone. I'm really happy about that, because that's always a danger. Alright, cool. So there's one enemy down, and we get a new kind of armor for that. Sweet. Go ahead and take out this enemy, because you're right there. You are almost at town. We'll have Paul versus Rat. And this will be a little bit slower, but it should be fine. We've got healing items if we need them, which will really only need them for our leader. Our leader is the only person who will need healing, and they probably will need healing, but that's okay. In fact, I can go ahead and put in a field pause. Please take him out. Oh my god. Okay, it would be a lot better if my golem stopped getting blocked all the time. That would be helpful. I would appreciate it quite a lot. But that's okay. We'll just go ahead and use an extra heal seed. And there we go. No longer a problem. Alright, yeah. And then we'll go ahead and have Magnus just come hang out over here. What is the best way to be fighting you? I don't think it really matters. Yeah, it does not matter at all, actually. Orientation for you does not matter at all. Noted. Yeah, and now he's healed that guy, so I can't just kill him. I'll kill the one on the right, so that helps, I suppose. Those thunder arrows are a little annoying. Actually, this unit is just a little annoying to be fighting. If they hadn't blocked, then we wouldn't be having this issue, because we'd be working down the one in the back. That's what I really need to happen, so that they stop killing me. There we go. Okay, so there's two down. Now we just need to continue working them down. And actually, if I get really concerned, I can also reorient my team to make it so that I can't get damaged here. In fact, I might just do that rather than using an item, because I'm going to kill these guys either way. It's just how long it takes. There we go. Actually, so if everything goes correctly, we should take out this vulture here. Okay, we're fine then. And there's still no change to Paul's Paul's alignment. His golems can change their alignment as much as they want, I don't care. It's just Paul's alignment that is of a concern. So cool, we'll just finish him off. I said we'll just finish him off. I said we'll just finish him off. There we go. Okay, and his alignment did go down a little bit for that one because he actually got the kill. That's fine. I think he's still at neutral. Okay, Paul. There we go. And we get a rune axe for that. So that's neat. Let's go ahead and have you face down this way. Margaret's arriving at destination. What are you, Emerald? An Apicus. Okay. We only need one more kill. Let's just go have you go for that. We will go have you camp, though, because you are a little damaged. Well, actually, by the time you get there... Well, actually, either way, by the time you get there, they'll be done with camping. We don't really want you fighting Brat. Or Matita, to be perfectly honest. We're going to have Vemond come up here. And then once Vemond's up there, we'll go ahead and have Dio come down to take out these two. And then we should be good. I think we'll be good at that point. Alright, and he really shouldn't... Yeah, he should not be able to hurt Paul. Yeah. Perfect. There we go. And there we go. Alright, level 26 with only one unit. That's perfectly fine for me. Alright, cool. Go hang out over in Gunther Hall. Actually, no, don't go hang out in Gunther Hall. Go hang out over here. Then as soon as you're up here, I'll have Dio swing down and start taking these guys out. I just didn't want to leave. It would have been horrendously karmic if that's even a word. I don't know. The karma would have been grand and terrible if everything is going so swimmingly and then I just have no one at my actual base, and that caused enemies to spawn in to come take the base. That would have been hilarious and also very sad, because it meant I would have wasted the past hour and 20 minutes of my life. But it would have been hilarious. I will not deny that. Alright, and Vemond, yeah, you go ahead and just face that way, I guess. Everyone is in a good spot. And this is an area where you can, if we needed to be doing off-screen grinding, which I'll need to for, I guess, Destin and possibly for Gilbert, you can fight Cerberus is here, who are pretty good for grinding. They have 3 items they can drop, and all but one of them are worth like $500 to $600 if you sell it. So, and the other one is Angel Fruit, which is helpful to have. It's not imperative to have it, but it's helpful. It's just a better stamina fruit. So they're a pretty good one to grind against if you need to be grinding at this point in the game. We will be having the optimal thing to be grinding against a little bit much later. Well, actually not even much later, just a little bit later in the game, like 2 or 3 more scenarios ahead. We can grind against something that actually drops love and peace. And we're going to want those. We won't be wanting to sell those, but we're going to want those. Alright, yeah. The cleanup crew is here, and they are cleaning up, as you might expect. Good work, Dio. You've got one more. Got a Kagiri B, I guess. Go ahead and go take out Matoda, and then we can just go fight the boss. So we'll just zoom ahead as Dio encroaches on the enemy. Alright, Dio, take out Matoda, and then we can go fight the boss. And then we can call it good for this episode, because I don't think there's anything else we can really do here. We need to progress a little bit farther before there's any more, like, in-between episode stuff we can do. Or, not in-between episode, but in-between scene episode stuff we can do. other than, you know, grinding up Destin and Gilbert, which I'm not going to do on screen because that will take forever. All right, one more slash. There we go. We can check out, we have gotten a lot of new equipment, so we can check that out after we finish the scene, though. That would be a good thing to check out. Cool. All right, when we get a Flamberge, that's not new, but we'll take it anyway. Okay, and Magnus, go ahead and move into Stronghold. Let's see what we got. Servants of the Netherworld, from Rugail the Martyr. Okay. In the name of Falar, I will scourge you. You're wrong. It wasn't us. It's you who used this kingdom in order to acquire the power of the Netherworld. Silence! Enough of your lies. Trying to divide us, we will not listen to your words. I'll send you to hell. We tried to tell him. Let nobody hold that we did not try to tell this man. Alright, well, as usual, we've got an unprotected leader that we're just going to focus down. So I'm not expecting this to take much. We might take a little bit of damage because I doubt we can one-round him. But maybe. Oh, okay. If he had not resisted, we would have actually just one-rounded him. That's kind of funny. Yeah, if we had not turned Aisha into a Lich and had her on this party, then we could have actually had all but one of the Zenobians on this specific party, which would have been kind of funny. But oh well. Consorting with demons must stop, or else this world will come to an end. I agree! As long as heretics roam this land, ogre battle is unavoidable. I agree! You and I are agreement here. You're just going after the wrong people. But, oh well. So, pretty swift mission, actually. Not a whole lot of special things that needed to be done here. And we get a glam drink, so that's pretty cool. And we get 6666 goth. That's a little bit more alarming. We do still need quite a bit of money. The way Latium is now clear, the way to Latium is now clear, I should say. The rear guard will take care of the rest. We must move on. Yeah, let the rest of the Revolutionary Army take care of this. They've got a lot of stuff to do. Or, we've got a lot of stuff to do. And we've got a large Revolutionary Army. We're just one contingent. Do you have something to tell me, Hugo? Didn't you want to speak to me in private? Yeah, what's going on, Hugo? It appears we have a spy among us. Yeah? I heard the same from Destin. So is it true? I mean, if I had to guess, it's probably the guy who was bickering with Frederick, who just wanted to destroy everything. Can't think otherwise from the way Destin's party was ambushed. And we've lost contact with Zevik's group. Zevik, yeah, that's the guy. We have no idea of their whereabouts. I had a feeling. Alright, cool. Well, now we can access all the rest of this, which means we do actually want to go back up to the Temple of Birth real quick. Alright, while we're here in the Temple of Birth, let's go ahead and do an area investigation. And we want to send Paul off to the temple itself. Yes, off to the Temple of Birth itself, because he'll get a special item there. And while Paul is doing that, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and remove character. This is going to disband this unit, and that's okay. Because now I want to take a look at I just want to take a look at these guys. So we've got them on 178, 159, 133 for Dex. Okay. Versus Gilbert, 177, 153, 133 for Dex. Okay. All in all, pretty equivalent, to be perfectly honest. Of the two, I think I would rather... It's more thematic to have Gilbert be on here, and he actually does slightly more damage, weirdly enough. So I think I'm going to do that. I will go ahead and train him up. And since we're going to train him up, let's go ahead and we'll make a vampire. I'm also not... Okay, I also wasn't sure if Gilbert actually was low enough alignment to become a vampire. But we'll go ahead and make one. He will not be able to revert after this. And there we go. We now have a vampire. So we can take a look at our boy. He gets life drain, and life drain. Vampires are interesting because during the night, this is their skill set. During the day, they're in their coffin and they're just a pure defensive wall. If they are the leader of the group, they also can't move during the day. So you don't actually want a vampire to be the leader, unless you only want them moving at night, which is not ideal. You know what I could do, if I really wanted, I could remove Celine from here and put in the vampire and just have this be the special units class, or the special units, special class unit, I guess I should say. I don't think I really want to do that, though, so I'm not going to. What I will do is I will make 2 more units. We'll go ahead and form a party of Gilbert. I guess he can be there, sure, whatever. And then I want to get Maverick, I suppose, and I guess Abraham. And that's going to be my unit. We're also going to form an additional unit, and it's going to be Destin up in front. And we'll put Eric in there, I guess. And... do I want Anderson? We'll take Humphrey. Cool. Alright. So the reason we're doing this is so that we can use these 2 new units to get some training on neutral encounters. And I'm going to pause again real quick as I take a look at what those neutral encounters are here. Okay, so we can fight cockatrixes at level 22 cockatrixes, which is fine, in the Snowy Highlands here. So we're going to go ahead and do that while we have Paul work his way over. Because cockatrixes are great to fight. We love fighting cockatrixes because the only things they drop are things that sell for high value. So big fan of that. And we just want to get both of these guys up 1 level. So that shouldn't be too bad to do. So I'll just go ahead and have Paul work his way over here while these 2 grind it in the Snowy Highlands. And as soon as Paul gets what he's looking for, I will go ahead and end the episode there. But we'll zoom ahead a little bit. Alright, Paul is now at destination, so let's go ahead and enter. Where he meets a Gorgon. Hey, handsome, what are you doing out at a night like this? I finally found you. I found you. No, you aren't the one. Damn it. Why are you talking to yourself? You can see the real me. I think I like you. Let me give you this. Don't worry. I won't bite. Yeah, he did turn his friend to stone, so I guess he... I don't know. Talking to the Gorgon. But we get a Robe of Abyss for that. So... Sure? But I think that's all that we're really going to do here. I'm going to continue working on getting these guys trained up, and otherwise, well, actually, no, sorry, there was one more thing that we could do. So let's go ahead and end, because we did get a whole bunch of items while we were here. So let's take a look and see what kind of cool equipment we can get, because we did get a bunch of cool new stuff. He's been using the hemlock. Oh, that's right, we can't change that. I'll switch him to Book of Bane. So we did get the Robe of the Abyss. Don't really plan on changing that. Got an Adamant Katana. We can switch to the Glamdring or a Flam... Oh, the Flamberge was new. Okay. Well, I'm kind of leaning towards I might as well switch to the Flamberge right now, because that's just a better sword. Yeah, let's just switch to the Flamberge. Do I want any better... Is there a better armor, actually? This is the first question. I guess the heavy armor is slightly better, so we'll do that. I don't see that there's anything else I'd want to do for you. You will be getting replaced, so sorry about that. So let's just go ahead and change you back to your starting equipment. That is very handy to be able to just do that. I don't think there's anything I want to change for Vad. No, we can give him the Black Cat, but it's actually worse than his starting. We can give him the Flame Leather, but that's also worse than what he's already got. And we can give him an Ice Bandana or a Burning Band, but that's also worse than he's already got. So not going to worry about that. We can do a Celestial Mace, though. That's quite good. I think I'd rather give it to you, because if you die, if Magnus dies, whole game over. So we really don't want that to happen. We can go ahead and give you a composite bow, and you could switch to the bow of, well, actually, we'll keep you on a bow of Sandstorm, because otherwise you don't really change. Okay, sure. Oh, do we want you to have something other than this? Like the Burning Band or the Ice Band? I guess not. Okay, and then Chattelhog, do we want you to have a different sword? I don't think we do. I think we keep you with what you've got. I think we just keep you with what you've got in pretty much every regard. Alright, now we could switch you. Where did the Gaia staff go? I guess maybe you can't equip that. Okay. Sure, whatever. We do have the Daneslave versus the Glamdring. The Daneslave is just better. The Adamant Katana is also better, though. I think it's fine to keep you with what you've got. Oh, the Yggdrasil and Rune Axe are... Okay. I see. Well, we'll give you a Yggdrasil then, and I guess we'll give you the Rune Axe. Because why not? In which case, we might as well give you the Adamant Katana. Oh, that's just a much stronger spear. Okay. Do we want to change your equipment at all? Okay, so we do have the Stardust. We can't use that yet, but we do have it. Much like how we have the Pure White Dress, which we also can't actually use yet, but we do have it. It would be better to have you equipped with one of those, so we'll go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and give you... Well, actually, do I want to give you a... Yeah, let's go ahead and give you that. And then is there... No, okay. We're not changing the Axe of Worm. don't actually want to change any of your equipment. Fair enough. And do I want anything other than the penitence for you? No, not really. Okay. We're not changing the equipment nearly as much as I thought we might. Which I guess is fine. And we still don't have any... Yeah, we don't have any better books. Okay. Do I want to change your Needle of Light? I could change you to the main... to this. Not that that's particularly helpful. And I don't think we really want to change your... Yeah, we're not really changing any of your equipment. Okay. Likewise... Oh, well, we will switch you to that. Cool. The Gallant Doll is definitely going to be the best thing we have there. The Angel's Brooch is not the best thing, but it Oh, that's right. The Angel's Brooch prevents status ailments. That's what it was. That's quite good, actually. And the Naga Ring, I feel like that has an additional effect. But for now, it would just make you stronger. Okay, and we do have the Robe of the Wise, or we can switch you to the Robe of the Abyss. We're going to give you the Robe of the Abyss, because it kind of came for you. Do I want you to have anything other than the Yugiri? We did get a couple of additional weapons. The Chattel Hog is really the only better thing. Okay. Alright, so you're good with what you've got. And you, my friend, I guess can have the Terra armor. Alright, so there wasn't nearly as much switching as I thought there might be. Oh, do I want to... I thought I gave one of you that. Oh, I gave you the Zephyros. Yeah, take that. There we go. But do I want to give you, either of you, a different weapon? Yeah, the Volcatus is good. That's also good. Okay, cool. Alright. So we have switched everyone's equipment a little bit. I do want to get these guys trained up a little bit. So I think that will be good for today. In the next episode, we'll come and tackle Romulus. But I'll see you guys then.